sir. Hello, my name is I'm going to explain about the writing model, which is connected to the test translation NAT for internet access. This is the writing object of field. All the details about process and procedure and the results are finished. Conclusions and observation also. Next, I'm going to explain about the Cisco packet which was done in a Cisco packet tracer using a switch router and some more PCs and so on. This is the video which I have taken in the card. Uses the objectives of this platform is to implement the NAT in a network environment and understands how a private IP addresses can access an outside network. For this practical, I use the Cisco tracer with the 299 router and 1 260 pieces and a simulated outside the server. First, I created inside the private LAN using the 192.168.1 network and connecting it to the border router and estimated outside network. Next, I chooses the configure the router interfaces as NAT inside and NAT outside. Then configure access leads to identify the private IP address that are eligible translations. After that, I configure NAT also called a PAT, so the multiple private addresses. IP addresses uses to show the router's public IP address to access the outside network. I tested the connectivity from the inside PCs to the outside server and use it to show IP NAT transaction command to observe the transactions. This is also configure the starting NAT for internal server so that could reach it from the outside using the fixed public IP address. Finally, I verified the NAT operations using the NAT statistics and talking about the transaction table and tools. So this is configuration. Lastly, it will say using IP address I have filled assist the successfully implemented NAT BAT and static NAT private devices in a Cisco using a Cisco packet tracer. I verified that the private network devices could access the outside network. I understood how NAT helps confuse public IP4 addresses. IP4 addresses which is given. These are the IP using a router in a command CLI. This is the same access one. So thank you.